Word up. 2 for 5s over here, baby. Word up. 2 for 5s. Niggas got garbage down the way. Word up. Cash rules everything around me. Green, get the money. Dollar bill.
What's going on, y'all? This is Davion Seaman. I'm back with another video. If you are new, hit that like and hit that subscribe button. We're going to get right on into this topic. Now, today we're going to be doing a full recap video of Power Book 3, Episode 3, Season 2. Hit that like. Let's get it. You already seen the 2 videos that dropped earlier today. This is the full review video. Let's get it. Now we open up the episode with Scrappy. R.I.P. Scrappy. That's unfortunate. Now we get a little later on in the episode where we get Malcolm and Kanan having a conversation. And basically the conversation is about him being his father. Now Kanan's face, you can see his face. He's really shook. He's surprised. Like, he doesn't know who to believe because his piece of shit mother keeps lying to him and manipulating him. And I'm going to make a video about her this week, but stay tuned for that. But anyway, Malcolm tells him that I'm your father. Kanan doesn't really believe it, and it's understandable because, like, you have this crazy man who's been popping up for like the last 2-3 months saying all these cryptic messages and everything like that, right? Hold on, y'all. These cryptic messages, and you trying to figure out, and then he comes to say he's your father. I mean, like, that is crazy to me. So now we get your girl Jukebox. She's in the studio. She's recording. She's using that beautiful, lovely voice. We got your boy, little Street Puff Daddy. I'm sorry, Lulu. I call him Street Puff Daddy because he gave me them kind of vibes. I mean, he's in the music. He's trying to have his hands in everything. He's trying to produce all of that. And Jukebox is doing her thing in the studio. One critique that I have about the song that they was recording, it sounded a little modernized. I noticed a lot in this series that they have not like original music playing. I don't want to say original music, but like original music playing their local rap, whatever. Original music playing in the background, and you listen to it, and if you're sonically hip to how the 90s sounded, it's a lot of elements that doesn't really sound 90ish, but we'll let that slide. Anyway, the producer comes in, we get your girl Zisa comes in, and the producer fills Jukebox, and then you get this hating ass nigga talking about, yeah, you know what I'm talking about, Crown over here talking about she has the voice, but she don't have the image, and Lulu is mad about that, and Jukebox is refusing to change that image. So now Jukebox gets defensive. She leaves the studio, and then Rock comes in the studio with her mess. Now, before that, Rock went to her spot with Julissa where she has all the cash, and all her cash is gone. Now, I told you in my prediction video for Unique, I said he was going to be on some stick-up shit, right? I told you that. It was Unique. We already know it was him. So fast forward back to what I was talking about. We get your girl Rock. She comes in the studio, disrupting everything. And there's one thing I noticed about Rock. Every time someone in the family tries to just be at ease, they don't want to be in the game, here comes Rock. Remember what I said in the first video I made? I said Kanan was somewhere in Virginia hanging out with the family. Here comes Rock. Lulu doing the studio session. Here comes Rock. All kinds of things is happening on Rock's plate, and then it lands on the family's plate. Now, the only person that's really with the shits is Marvin, and he has anger management. Speaking of anger management, we go off to the anger management scene. Everyone's in full circle. They venting, talking about their anger. And yo, when is Marvin not without food? No matter what, it can be hand food, fork food, he's just gonna have him something to munch on. And it was funny too, just the facial expressions he was making. Now, I have a feeling that the anger management coach is going to fall for Marvin. They're gonna have a connection. I mean, it's power. I mean, I know this one's supposed to be the more realistic, grounded one, but it's still power. We're gonna have those power vibes. Someone is always going to fall in love, no matter where it is, whether it was at a drug deal, whether it was at a club, whether it was after a shootout, someone's gonna fall in love. So expect Marvin to be getting all up in Coach. Now we go off to the next scene. We get your boy Kanan. Now Kanan meets up with your boy, I forgot his Famous. That's his name, Famous. Now Famous is the one, I don't know, I don't even want to say one hit because they say that song wasn't a hit. And to be honest with you, it didn't really sound 90s enough, so that's why it wasn't a hit in their world, but that's a different story. Your boy famous is on the crumb. He got kicked out of his mom's house. He's trying to sell his mixtapes, but he ain't making no type of bread. So your boy Kanan gets a bright idea to go to the trap house, steal some drugs, and then sell the mixtapes. So they use the mixtapes as a replica of something to sell, and they're getting that nose candy. But how long is that gonna last once the crew finds out that Kanan has been stealing drugs from the trap house? That's gonna put a lot of things at risk. I mean, Kanan, you gotta stop doing this. And one thing I like about Raising Kanan is because at first, and I keep saying this, the first Power Book when we see Kanan, he's ruthless. So we never even had any idea that he was just vulnerable and just naive. He was real gullible, and that's just how it is. I mean, kids are gullible; they do stuff. So now we get your boy Crown overhearing the conversation between Rock and Lulu. Now Rock is telling everything to Lulu about what happened. They got robbed, and you got this clown dude up to the door with his ear listening. And then Rock, this is why I'm glad they wrote this scene here, this line for the record. Like, it was a naughty mother, ain't you? And then we already know that Crown has been throwing shade at Lulu since season 1. He don't really rock with Lulu like that for whatever reason. Maybe because he look better, get more money. I'm not going to say that on YouTube, but you already know how that is. Now, one thing I want to mention is the relationship between Lulu and Zisa. Now, Zisa is an up-and-coming artist that Lulu met in a traffic stop. Yes, they are going to hook up. I said it earlier. I don't have to. You already know how power gives it up. Now, we got your girl, Burke. Now, shout out to Burke. Burke is talking to her father. They're having a conversation about her partner, Malcolm Howard. And it seems that her father doesn't really have any, he doesn't really see that the whole thing with Malcolm forgetting who shot him is really credible. So she sparks the idea in her head to go digging deeper, which leads us to this scene where Malcolm is getting up in some shorty. He's getting his thing, and then you got your girl Burke stalking out the place. She's just really looking out. Now, I have a feeling that at some point, she's gonna turn into Cooper Saxe. I have a feeling she's giving me a lot of Cooper Saxe vibes. Sit down. Now, I know she's less annoying, but she's annoying as fuck. Okay, I'm not gonna say she has to go. She's okay, but she has to go, because, I just said she doesn't have to go. But you know what I mean. Anyway, we get your boy Lulu and what is that? Oh, I'm sorry. Now, Lulu and Marvin, they're in the car. They're having a conversation, and then Jukebox's song comes on the radio. I think it was an album, a little CD that Lulu was playing. And we know ever since last season, we know that Marvin and Jukebox had a really crazy fight. I mean, Shorty was really throwing them mitts. They had a good fight for a daughter and father fight. I'm sorry, I'm just toxic like that. But we all know that this whole relationship between the two, I don't know. I don't really see it reconciling, or if it does, it's not going to really last long. And if you watch Power Book 1, that's the future right there. The future for how everything got set up. You don't hear nothing about Lulu, no one, none of it. So all of this, all of these people are going to be gone. Okay, so it's not going to be surprised. I won't be surprised. I'm messing up. I won't be surprised if Jukebox just says to Marvin. Now, I did have some faith that Marvin was going to get better, and I'm starting to see a little progress. I mean, being how he handled himself in the projects with that dude was in a wheelchair tripping and shit. But I do have some faith that Marvin will change. I just don't have faith that it will be for that relationship, because I don't see that working out anytime soon. We don't even hear Jukebox, the adult version of Jukebox, talk about Marvin in the Power Book 1 universe. So now you got your girl Crown and Rock. They having a conversation, and now Rock is your boy Crown is over here talking about, I can sell the studio, you can put your work in here, and don't Lulu belong in the streets? I mean, this dude really has to go. I really wouldn't be surprised if Crown ends up giving up Lulu and just setting him up for something. I wouldn't be surprised. Now, we seen in the trailer that Crown's going to get strapped up. But we all seen how Lou took off him. Like, who you think you rocking with? Like, boy, you are not like that. Now, I want to pause real quick on the recap and just give my review, a quick review on the episode overall. Overall, this episode was a solid episode. I mean, we seen a lot go on. We seeing a lot of build up. We seeing some things is about to get set up for something crazy. Now, your boy Unique was the culprit all along. He robbed Rock's stash. He kidnapped Julissa, had her at gunpoint. Now, I thought it was about to end up in something crazy. I'm like, yo, this can't be how Unique goes out. And then, of course, Lulu calms everything down, says if we kill him now, everyone's going to know that we did it. So this war is far from over. Now, I've been expecting Warrell to really get it. I don't know if it's because I really want him to get killed. I don't know for story purposes. But I've been rooting for this dude to go down. That's just how it is. That's just, you know, I don't like Warrell. He tried to shoot at my man. He burnt my man's house down. Fuck Warrell. Oh, man. Man, oh, man. Now, you get your girl Jukebox. Jukebox is out in the streets, and she spots her mother. She's following with her, and her mother goes up in this church. Now, comes to find out, that's where Jukebox got her singing from. Her mother sung in the church, and her mother spots Jukebox watching her, and then Jukebox takes off running. I didn't really understand that scene for some reason. Maybe she just wanted to stalk her mother. I don't want to say stalk, but just track her mother down and just watch from a distance. I don't know. But if the mother comes back into the picture, I have a feeling that this is going to be like a war. Now, when I say war, I'm talking about like a little parental war. Who gets to keep who has this say? Mama has this say, but daddy has this say. It's going to make things, and this is why I don't see the relationship between Jukebox and Marvin reconciling at all. Because once the mother gets in the picture, oh yeah, I just have a feeling. I just have a feeling that things is not going to be what everyone hopes for it to be. Now, you got your boy, Malcolm Howard. I mean, he's sitting up acting like he got memory loss and everything, all this craziness. We get to the end of the episode. Malcolm Howard and your boy Kanan, they have another conversation. And again, he does it again. He says, your mom probably thinking I'm crazy. She probably said that. It's true. So at this point, you see Kanan's face. Now it's really intense than it was before. He's like, it's almost like he about to start hyperventilating. Like, listen, I'm your daddy. I know who your daddy was. DEFCON is not your daddy. I know who your mama was and what she does. All of that. That's why you're not going to go to jail. I'm not going to tell anyone that you shot me because I wouldn't do that to my son. And when he said that, I got shook. I'm not going to lie. I'm like, yo. And I have a feeling that if Rock would have just let Malcolm or Symphony just be a good male role model, Kanan would have never got into that shootout with them cops. Because you know why? Because Kanan would have never been in that life in the first hand. Now, we all know from season 1, based on season 1, that Kanan had a choice. Okay? Just because his family was drug dealers, he had a choice. He chose to jump into the lifestyle first. So his mother was like, F it. You want to get in? You in. Now, ever since she had him shoot his own father, he's like, whoa, I don't know if I'm cut out for this. But now she wants him to stay in. Now that's where she's wrong. You're going to get your son killed. Well, in season 5 of Power. But, you know, I'm just saying. Now, I have a feeling that Kanan at some point is going to get mad at his mother. And he's going to go up against her. Now, I heard and I've been reading, and there's been a lot of speculations that this season is supposed to be about family. This is supposed to be the season that break everyone up. Everyone splits up. They go their separate ways. Man, it'd be hard pronouncing words on camera sometimes. But anyway, go his separate ways. And everyone's going to be over here. They're going to be over here. And that's why we wasn't really hearing about Kanan's family like that in the Power Book 1 universe. Because the family had broken up. Because of Rock. You know what I'm saying? This is going to be this season, and whew, it's gonna be a lot of intense stuff going on. And I hope we still have Lulu, Marvin, and Rock, and everyone else still on board, at least for one more season before people start dying left and right, you know? But I have a feeling that at the end of the season that something is going to surprise us like how Power usually does. Overall, I thought the episode was a solid episode. I look forward to the next episode. This season so far, it's slow in a good way. I know a lot of people complaining that it's slow in there, it's whack. That's total bullshit to me. I think Raising Kanan this season is gonna make Raising Kanan like my all-time favorite Power book out of all of the Power books. I mean, we getting a lot of development, especially with the characters, especially with your boy Marvin. I'm starting to like Marvin even more because we're starting to get some real character development with him. We've seen him as this badass, I don't take nothing from nobody guy in the first season. Now he's trying to work on it, trying to chill. And it would be nice, even though I don't really see this lasting long, it would be nice to have a scene with him in Jukebox and the mother, and they'll just have some catch-up time before everyone else gets killed. But anyway, that is my quick review, my full review / recap of Power Book 3, Raising Kanan. If I missed anything in this video, please feel free to drop down below in the comments. I will be dropping more content throughout this week. I have videos lined up for y'all, so don't worry, I got y'all. Anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think of the video. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Hit that like and hit that subscribe button. I'm up out of here, y'all, and y'all be easy.